So our first presentation today is about the New South Wales Police Commissioner's program and initiative called RISEUP. RISEUP incorporates job-ready programs, mentoring and vocational training for at-risk youth aged between 15 and 18 to build their engagement with education, employment opportunities and the community. The initiative aims to partner with employers, which is you guys, across New South Wales to create meaningful workplace opportunities for young people who've embraced positive change in their lives. The final stage in RISEUP is the opportunity for participants to be connected to employment or further opportunities to enhance employment capability, which is where the chamber comes in. So our first speaker is Senior Constable Bernadette Andrikis, the Youth Case Manager from Sutherland PCYC Youth Command of the New South Wales Police Force. And with her is Jamie Owers, the Club Manager at PCYC Sutherland. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Bernadette. I'm one of the police officers from the Youth Command, New South Wales Police, and this is our PCYC Manager, Jamie.
How you doing?
Hi, thumbs up. Feels a bit weird speaking over Zoom, but that's okay. We'll move forward and I'll just explain a little bit about what the PCYC is about. So the first PCYC was set up in 1937 with Commissioner William Mackay. He noticed a lot of young people were getting into trouble with police and he was trying to redivert their behaviour. So he approached Rotary, and in partnership with the New South Wales Police and Rotary, the PCYC, Police and Community Youth Club organisation was set up. So the PCYC is a not-for-profit charity organisation, and it's the only business model that sits alongside a section of the New South Wales Police. So the New South Wales Police section that sits with PCYC are called the Youth Command, which I'm an officer, a specialist officer in the Youth Command with New South Wales Police. And we have 64 PCYCs across New South Wales. Within those 64 clubs, we have 2 police officers stationed at every PCYC. The manager and staff that work within the PCYCs are civilian staff employed by PCYC. So we work in partnership to case manage young people that come under the notice of police and try and redivert them from the criminal justice system. And we run programs to help support youth at risk, young offenders, and also any young people. We also have a variety of leadership programs. So when our current commissioner came into his position, his focus was youth and crime prevention, and it's the first time that youth and crime prevention have been a focus of the commissioner. So with that, we had intense training. So we're all youth workers as well as New South Wales police officers now, and we have streamlined our programs that we provide for young people across the state. So there's a suite of programs that we can run, and those programs are determined on the statistics and the intelligence that the local police area commands, ours being Sutherland, provide to us. So we have a Fit for Life program, and that's basically our early engagement program for any young person that we would like to engage at the club. And they could be victims of crime, they could be youth at risk for whatever reason, they could be young offenders, or they could be kids that are trying to broaden their social networks and get fit. And they come to our club from 7 till 8 once a week of a morning, and we train them with a PT trainer, we give them breakfast and then take them to school. And that's a way for us to engage with these young people, and we have trained mentors that participate in that program to be able to help support or pick up on anything that we need to help these young kids with. We have a Fit to Strive program, which is early intervention from 8 to 11-year-olds, and we're trying to target those kids that the primary school principals are identifying as possibly getting into trouble. And we run programs for those young kids and do parenting programs for their parents to help support their family network. We do Fit for Change, so these could be programs based at a specific crime category. So if we have a whole lot of young people breaking into cars and stealing from motor vehicles, we can do a program with those offenders and change that behaviour and support them in all aspects of their life. We have Fit for Service, which is a work experience program. We were the only one that offered that across the state, and we have been doing that for 18 years. And that's for any young person that wants to join the New South Wales Police. So we take students from year 10, 11 and 12, and we do a 4-day work experience program with them, taking them to Police Air Wing, the Dog Squad, down to the Academy, the Mounted Police, and to show them a variety of sections in the police. We run a Fit for Home program, which is a domestic violence-based program, and that can be for victims, so young people that are victims of domestic violence, but it can also be for teenagers that are becoming offenders in the home. We have a Fit for Learn program, which is re-engaging kids back into school, those that are early leavers or truanting. We have a Fit Together program, which is an Indigenous-based program, and we work closely with Kirinari, which is our Aboriginal hostel at Karilla here. And the program that we probably value as far as employment is our Fit for Work and our Work Ready program. That's an intensive 10-week program that we hand select young people to go into. They must be ready, and we put them through the relevant training to be able to be in a position to apply for and keep employment in a workplace. So our Rise Up strategy involves all of those programs that we have to offer for young people. It also covers our case management. So we do intensive case management with specific young people that are getting into trouble. And it puts these young people in a position where they can enter the workforce and get either part-time or full-time employment. So it can be a lot of kids that we work with don't have birth certificates, don't have, their parents don't have a Medicare card. It's all those little hurdles along the way, their driver's license, all these things that we can help them get to be able to be in a position to then apply for employment. So the Rise Up strategy, we have a team at our state office that source and contact employers to offer opportunities for our young people. So Hungry Jack's, Bunnings, Woolworths are all very supportive of the Rise Up strategy, and we have engaged a lot of people in part-time and full-time employment in those areas. There was a recent story in the Police Monthly with an organisation based at Helensburgh that we engaged with. We've had it's Live It Up shade sales and home improvements, and they've taken on 5 of our young people as recently employed. So we are asking that we get support in the community. We currently have 6 young people looking for work in a variety of areas. We're happy for work experience so they can just get a feel of what the industry is and feels like that they're interested in. And we'd be open for work experience, part-time employment or full-time employment. And we will work with the employer to help support that young person. So we would be having regular contact. If there's anything that goes wrong, we want to jump on it very quickly to try and make this a successful experience for the young person. Now, the young people that we're getting in, a lot of them, the kids that we deal with, if we go back in their police history, they've first come across our system as a youth at risk. So they've either been a victim or a witness domestic violence, or there's been some type of abuse there in their history. And so from the very beginning, they've been disadvantaged in some way. So we're there to help get support for them with their mental health, support with their physical health, and give them the skills that will put them on par with most other young people in their class or at their school. And there's a variety of reasons that these young people come into contact with us, and a lot of them it's through no fault of their own that they've been put into these situations, and we're just trying to help them move forward in a positive way. I think Jamie can give you a little bit more information about the club because Jamie runs the programs externally to the PCYC police programs.
Yeah. So thanks, Bernie. So just quickly, just on myself. So, I was a good kid in school. I studied, I did all those kind of things. I worked. I never really got, my nose out of joint. But when I was 18, I got a serious injury that, destroyed my entire career path and what I've been working for. I'd been a cadet and done all those things and was in the community, and that happened, and it massively changed my life. I won't say I went off the rails, but there was a good time where I lost my direction and I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going. And it was only because I had good family and some good friends that I was able to get through that and get to where I was. And you look at some of the youth that we deal with, and they don't have as strong a support as I was lucky to have. And when I joined, I've only been at PCYC for 6 months, and I didn't realise how much we can do and how much we already do as an organisation. It's amazing. I'm loving every day that I work for this organisation. I've come across from the corporate world to do something that was giving more back to the community, and it's amazing how much you don't know that happens behind the scenes and all those little things. And we kind of sometimes have that stigma that where the bad boys go, and we're not. The kids and the youth that I've seen Bernie and the other officers deal with, a lot of them have just got a bad break or just don't know where their direction in life needs to go. Some of these guys it's just because they've caught the train without buying the ticket. They've got some fines and they're on the list of, okay, we need to look at these kids. And they are fantastic, fantastic kids and most of them, they really want to get out of their predicament. They want to move forward. They want to have a strong life and hopefully later on give back to the community that's going to be giving to them. The biggest thing, I guess, is that a lot of people don't realise, as I didn't till we started working for it, how much we do and what we do. I was speaking to my father-in-law a few weeks back, and he's lived in the Shire his entire life. And he said, I knew there was PCYC somewhere around, but I had no idea where. Didn't even know where we were. And the building's been there for 51 years in Sutherland. It's a big part, hopefully, of the community that we can expand and make larger, and develop what we can do to touch more of the youth and the general community around us to bring everyone together. We have programs that we run in the club, sporting, fitness, all those kind of things. And we want to expand that to have a lot more educational programs as well, not just, we're known for our boxing and for our gyms and those kind of things, but we want to expand our educational programs to, have tutoring, to have all those different little things. One really cool thing that started this year, it stopped at the moment, obviously, for restrictions, is we started a chess club at a local primary school, where we're going each week to sit down with these kids that aren't sporty kids and giving them some form of competition. One of the teachers came up and goes, apart from grades, these kids don't have any competition, so this is fantastic for them. So it's touching all those other little points and expanding our scope to touch more youth and more of the community to bring us all together. And that's where our passions, I guess, lie in really changing people's lives one at a time. My previous employment was corporate, was working for a council, and I left a highly corporate gym environment to go to that, thinking that I'd be making a bit of a change and helping people out, and it wasn't so much, to be honest. 6 months in PCYC, I can look at individuals and know I've made a change in their life, which is just an amazing feeling. And it's something that we hope that you can all get on board with us on multiple factors, on the employment factors, on the support, on getting your own children to come to the club and use our facilities, whatever it's going to be, just so that we can be here for a long time, supporting the community as much as we can.
What Jamie is saying, I fully support. We also have the Blue Star Leadership Program, so that's open to young people that are interested in Duke of Edinburgh and more leadership roles. And any young person from the community can apply to that. And I think it's $100, and that covers the cost of 2 camps in the school holidays. So it's $50 a camp. They get all their meals, and they go away with police officers and do hikes and do kayaking, and they do some first aid training and some TAFE-based courses. So they come away with a leadership program certificate, and then they can go on to help lead other Blue Star camps. So there's a lot of opportunities that we have on offer for a wide range of young people.
Yeah, the PCYC actually has a registered RTO. It's something that we're developing and getting stronger. And a lot of the youth that will come through the programs will have certain certificates in regards to retail and basic things like that as well. So it's trying to get that whole holistic approach as well.
Probably.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. We would be looking for apprenticeships, which would be ideal, something that we can couple education alongside of employment, because a lot of these kids are coming out of school and don't have a range of skills. We have, as an example, we have a lovely Islander boy from a very big family. They've really struggled over COVID. We've given lots of care packs to their family just so they have enough food to eat. But he is a really mature kid. He started out doing an apprenticeship as an electrician and just didn't feel like that was the type of area he wanted to work in. So he's looking for anything in building labouring. We've got another person that's interested in hospitality. They've done a Cert 2 in hospitality, can't get work. Another one in landscaping. We have a 17-year-old girl that has an intellectual disability, but her social skills are on par with her age. She's 18, and she is just after some work experience. She doesn't want to get paid. She just wants to be able to be in a safe environment in the community. She's quite a stunning girl and tall, and we're concerned that if we put her in the wrong environment that she would be at risk. So we would want a small business for her where people have had working with children's checks, so we know that that she's safe. We have another kid that's just desperate to be a motorbike mechanic. So he has motorbikes sent to him from all over Australia and fixes them in his garage. So he's got self-taught skills, but he can't get an apprenticeship in that area. But so we have a range of kids, and it changes probably weekly, fortnightly. But there are plenty of kids there waiting for work or just waiting for the opportunity for some work experience to see if they like that type of employment. Yeah, so if you have any us at all in relation to where we can get kids work experience or employment, if you could just contact the Sutherland PCYC, and that's 95215690, and we will be able to, if you ask to speak to any of the police officers, so myself and Audra are the two officers there, and we can definitely make some inquiries, meet with you, and try and pick and support a young person.
Question?
Yeah.
Do you have a case study you can share of someone that you've placed and is doing really well?
Yeah, so there's one young person, he's in a club further south than Sutherland, so this is a really good story. I love this one. He was young, so they had a problem in the Illawarra area with a group of young people breaking into motor vehicles and stealing from motor vehicles. And police realised quite quickly that it was quite a sophisticated arrangement. So there was a hierarchy amongst the system. So there was one young boy that had done a lot of research and knew how to break into cars that were recent models and back to older models. And he had a little kit that he had put together for breaking into motor vehicles. He then distributed these kits to other kids, and they had quite ingenious, yeah, absolutely. And so he had this quite complex business arrangement set up, but they realised that he was an intelligent boy, and he had skills working ways around the automatic locks and the alarm systems. So PCYC, he was referred to PCYC because of his criminal behaviour. Police then spoke to him, found this information out, and then got him some work experience with a mechanic. He then did work experience with mechanic, and they encouraged him, realised he was quite intelligent, and encouraged him to stay at school. He came from a family that lived in housing commission and was third generation of unemployment. They hooked him in with the work experience, encouraged the mechanic said, you can come here every Friday afternoon after school and Saturday mornings if you stay at school. If I can see that you've got attendance, and the youth case manager supported this, if you've got attendance at school throughout the week, you are allowed to come and do work experience. So that continued. He finished year 12. He got an ATAR of 98. He then went into engineering, and he is successful in his career. And his younger brother that was getting into trouble, who was 3 years younger than him, he then followed his brother as a role model, and he also finished year 12 and did very well in his ATAR. So yeah, that's a lovely story. I like to tell that one because it could have gone either way for this young person, but if he was given the right opportunities at the right time and it was successful.
Wow, that's incredible. It must make you very proud when you're able to share those types of stories.
Yeah, it's very
Excellent. There's a question here. Do you have a job board to publicise the skills that these kids have to the community?
No, we don't. So we have a central person rise up at our state office that that contacts, I suppose, large business. We're left to contact our own local businesses. It's just we're flat out with the kids that we have at the moment. We have had a real spike in mental health issues with young people, and we're trying to support a lot of people at the moment post COVID. There's been a rise in domestic violence over COVID, so we're trying to support kids in relation to that as well. So just getting the time to network in the community as well as run our programs and support kids, we struggle with, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much. David, it's over to you now.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Bernie and Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Work, Bernadette and Jamie. That was a revelation. Amazing how many different fit for campaigns you're advocating to help youth in this area. It's just tremendous. So that question about the public notice board, well, I'd like to think our chamber can be part of that as well and try to make available businesses to work with you guys.